design, and I get like a missing author. And
so you have the answer, missing author. Put the author name.
no, sir, I already have author and everything, but
So author is by the way not relevant. So field what happened.
and also
Go to schema.org.
yeah,
Right?
that's what not understandable.
Not understandable. So you should have, you should come up with the URLs, right? Unless I have the URL, how can I be spot on? I'll give you the answer. There are 3 steps. See, if you want to note it down, like structured data testing tools are.
Yes.
Go there, code it, validate it. If it says okay, move ahead. If not, now go again to schema.org, which is standard W3C compliance and everything. There you have host of. Maybe one reason the schema that you have picked might have been deprecated by W3C consortium, which happens to regulate all the information over there, right? China, if it is not valid, of course, error the facts right? Author, again I say,
Does
it is not
to my site?
Of course not. Google has already removed authorship. They are not going with authorship and everything. That is the thing of past.
Not with the author, but also with the updated date in.
Don't need. If it is a blog, you already have the author profile or whoever is posting over there. You have got the thing. Optimize that profile with right rich snippet and done. You only need 3 schema, or all of you. Organization, website, and third is at your discretion. If it is shopping, of course you will have the shop category, prices and everything item wise. If not, you don't need it. But provide the, always keep a website and organization schema. That is a must. So we were at 28 and 9. So we have by now we have seen how server communicates with your browser and everything. What are the directives that you can put? And after that, you have one process which is called fetch as HTML. Why we use those tools? And all these tools are crucial. Use very cautiously. A command gone wrong will take your all the optimization process, and you will end up being wiped out from the index. It is so technical, right? So why fetch as HTML? Quick one. So whenever you do any kind of activity, you make a change on a web page, to speed up the crawling process, go submit using fetch as HTML. Most of you might not be using those tools.
It's as well.
Yes, I know it will pick naturally, but after 2 days, 3 days, when your crawling is in queue, whenever your spider will come, they will crawl it. Certainly it will pick if it's not blocked. But to speed up the process, it normally takes within seconds to some time to crawl it. But if you do it, it will be indexed instantly. Fine. Now, next, what is indexing and what is caching here? This is, like I have said, these are the fundamentals. It has not changed. It's been a decade, Google is in market, but the core concept remains same. Whatever information they crawl, they store it in form of caching, which is kind of like they don't, whatever information you provide, sometimes you input CSV, .txt and other formats, file formats, but Google has their own capability of taking those information in the form of snapshots. It clicks with bots, it clicks the images, stores in their database. The same thing happens often, and it happens again and again. Repetitive caching leads to indexing. Sometimes that is running as a back, so you don't know how happened, what happened, but that is the normal process. So, because there are lots of spam going on, so they have to validate, actually even search engine, they have to validate whether you have been feeding them with genuine right information. And should it be indexed or not? They have to make a call. Taken? Clear? So we will move next to our crawling part. GSE is a tool, Brahmastra of optimization that we have. Without it, can't be done. So, crawling now. Within GSC, you have crawl errors, reports, which your GSC picks up the way your website has been communicating. And at the same time, Google assigns you the crawl rate. If you have a lengthy, very big website, you will need certainly large budget to be crawled. If not, you will need small budget to crawl, but again, you have to be assigned some certain budgets, which is very limited. Google says, though they have lots of data centers, they have very limited resources, and they might run out of those spaces. They say, but I don't believe. So you have to feed always with the right information. If you think you have a genuine website with lots of good resources or good information, then submit it using Google. So once you become a search marketer, that is your responsibility, because we have, I think, one concept: feed garbage, you will get the garbage, right? And we are going to Google to get right information, and you get annoyed. Somebody has key result like this. No, Google has not done it. You have done it, and we have been served with those garbage, right? So think once at least before moving. So like I said, it takes from recorded index within Google. If you do fetch HTML, and the speed will be, the process will be speed up, right? Clear? No rocket science? Where is the champ? Yeah. You. What is your name? Vikas. Right. So we discussed how to speed up the process. So as there are sitemap, we often hear sitemap. We have to keep, we have to install, we have to create sitemaps, and there are sitemaps. Two types of sitemap now we have seen. So what is the function of sitemap?
That provides all the pages.
Which map? Be specific. Are you talking about HTML or XML? XML. That is next. First HTML. Ma'am, do you have website? No? Have you seen? Okay. Facebook primarily, I think. So HTML. Actually, HTML sitemap is done to ease the process or ease user journey, so that they understand how to communicate with your website without wasting time, I think. And the second one is XML sitemap. XML sitemap, normally we like it is self-explanatory, like it says XML. It is created using XML script, right? It is the sitemap that you have to, enable that crawling process to happen fast. It might take some time, and it might take some guess, and it might take forever to index those things. But using XML, actually you can speed up the process. Google knows instantaneously, and it will record all whatever you have. Now, like you said, what is the use? Or what was the question?
Is it necessary to have HTML, XML while we already have XML inside?
Yes. So basically there are two questions involved here. Is it necessary to have sitemap? Definitely you should have it. Definitely. Without it, you never know what went wrong with your pages, and you keep on doing those manual things. So resources are, you might have small resources, and you can always make your XML sitemap a dynamic one, so that you don't have to update it again and again. Make it dynamic once, so insert there, so whenever any new page is created, it will be recorded automatically. Job done, once and for all. It's like you said, HTML or XML. Guys, what? HTML or XML? If you happen to choose from both of one, the thing, what is the solution? Should you go with HTML or should you go with XML? XML? I know, champ. No, that is the wrong approach. It's not blocked with all the directives we discussed. Simply, it will be discovered. You have given the navigation, linear navigation in HTML. It will be crawled. And internet is full of links. You maneuver using links. You click here, there, and keep on landing to some other pages. So it is interlinked. So like the bot will crawl, so it will crawl anyway. Quickly coming to Google's algorithm. Since I have said at the start, looking at the search percentage and with Google, and we optimize considering Google. So let's talk about Google a bit and move ahead. So algorithm, aware of it?
Yes.
You are the first, new face. I didn't see you prior to break, right?
Actually, I was
there, hidden. Okay. Okay. So Google, they have, once they move from their old thing, snapshot kind of thing and pages, they have made the system sophisticated, so they have come up with complex algorithm now, right? So before, I would say like 2010 or 12, they used to have, or rather 12 I think, they used to have only 128 variables in form of all those directives, meta titles, content, context, links, and then you have citations, references, lots and lots of things involved, images, right images, wrong images. So that made up 128 plus variables, which was seen actually, which you used to encounter. I say 50, 100 plus of changes keeps on happening at the back. We never know. Google never publishes. So currently today, they have moved their algorithm and they have made the entire search functionality with 200 plus algorithms. So when we deal with rankings and other factor, we factor in this 200 apart. And for the resources, I cannot give you URL on the fly, but have you heard of Backlinko?
Yes.
Yes? Brian Dean?
Yes.
Yes. He is one of the very good guy in the market and the resources are genuine. So if you Google what are the Google rank factors, then the second result is Brian Dean's backlinko.com. That is a genuine page to read from there. That is the right resource. And there are other publications we will discuss going forward. So again, what happened? Initially, ranking factors and other factors involving the search algorithm was very light. Before 2012, it was so easy. Like create a website, put some content, create some spam links also, submit it into directories, and boom, you got the result. It was so easy to rank. But post 2012 April, with all the zoo animal coming in Google's slave, and they are throwing at us with the name of like updates, and all the thing has been kind of whirlwind. It is rotating here and there, and people after 2012's update, most of the webmasters, I would call it, they were not marketers, or they were not optimizers. They are not in the market right now. So there was like a 20 or 80% Pareto rules again applies. 20% of the business is there, 80% of the guys have gone now. They either changed the industry or doing something else. So what were the updates? It came in the form of content update, in the form of links update, in the form of lots of other updates. Show you the URLs. You can Google it, Google updates, and the second or first or third result is the moz.com, ran by Ryan Fishkin, which happens to be very genuine guy in the market, search market, right? So what were the updates? So are you aware of the updates? What happened? So 2012 Penguin update was the largest one. It happened because of the bad linking you have been doing to boost your rank for the particular search keywords. I was also hit very badly at that time. I had to lose 80% of my client. Maybe I was not doing the right thing. Then sometime in your life comes a waking call. So you have to change the right course of action. Since then, we have been doing white hat, and yes, I have gained a lot after that. Okay, so moving next, we have what are the spams and best practices. Quick one, starting from you. What are the spam and what are the best practices? All the pop-ups are not spam, I think. Those are the ad formats. Unwanted pop-ups. That might be, see, the definition of unwanted is different. Like, it is, for you it is unwanted, but if I happen to choose it or I want to be served, here you can see SEO code of ethics. It is one of the ethics written by our principal. He is called as father of SEO. He happens to be our principal. We work under him and we learn from him. A great guy to have in the market, and like he is 65 plus years old and still he lives search. And he is very much proponent. He speaks only about white hat, which whatever is wrong, I mean whatever right you are not doing is wrong actually here.
So that's possible.
Simple. Right? There is no white. You will come across all the resources, people talking about white, black, grey, and multiple hats. There is nothing. I mean, if you are not following simply the guidelines, best practices, you are spamming. So this talks about the same thing.